Hey, this is my first unscripted video, and we're doing a Total Drama Season 2 predictions. The first episode got leaked, so I'm gonna give what I think the elimination order is gonna be at the moment. And I'll go over some plotline ideas I have as well. I'm not really used to unscripted content, so sorry if this is a bit all over the place and if I repeat some stuff, but yeah. I've got this tier maker set up where it's all the placements, and we're just going to go through it, and I'm going to put people in tiers. I might give a little bit of a comment, might say why I think they're going to get eliminated from a writing standpoint or from a just pacing standpoint, like why it makes sense for that character to get out now, even if it's I don't have a plot in mind for why they'd get out. But yeah, obviously first we have Scary Girl. She got eliminated because she was being creepy, and her team didn't like the fact that she was stalking them, which is kind of fair, I guess. So she was 16th, and I think they're setting her up to be an Ezekiel type of character, but I might be wrong. Seems like she wants to enact her revenge, but she said that last season or something similar to that, so it might just be a running bit. But I do hope they do something with her. I think that'd be fun. That'd be interesting. So yeah. So next at 15th, I think our person out's kind of predictable. I think it's going to be Ripper. Similar to Scary Girl, he's just a pretty one-dimensional character. He doesn't have much going on beyond his bit. A lot of people don't find his bit funny. I thought it was alright, but it's very clear, like Scary Girl, it's only going to work in small doses, so I don't think it makes sense for him to make it very far. So I think he gets 15th. I think he's probably just going to not be helpful to his team in general. No one really likes him, so I see him getting out 15th. So yeah, next, I think since Bowie's team has been on kind of a losing streak here. Bowie obviously has the worst team this season. I'll put the team captains at the front. That's kind of nice. Anyway, but Bowie's kind of on a losing streak this season, I feel like. He's not got a very strong team because he picked Wayne and Raj because he just likes them. Meanwhile, Priya did pick Millie, which is true, but then right after that she was picking strong players like Emma, Caleb, Axel. She's got some good players. And then Michelle also proved herself to be really good that episode. Pretty much her only weak links are Damien and Z. And no one really dislikes Damien. He only got voted out last time because he was they thought he wanted to get voted out. Z, I could see them getting booted. We'll get into that. But yeah, she's got a very strong team here. Meanwhile, Bowie does not. So I think Bowie's going to lose a couple of challenges at the start, but then I feel like he'll get it back together. He's got a much stronger team now. He's basically eliminated his two weakest links. Basically, his only weak player now is Caleb, extremely weak that is. So yeah. So my next boot is Axel, which is kind of a wild card. I think a lot of people think Axel's going to make it far. I know a lot of people want Michelle and Axel to get together. I don't see it happening. All of these were presumably written before fan reaction to the characters, so I don't think they're going to change their plans for shipping. What did they have before? I think these two seasons were written right in a row. So yeah, I think Axel is going to be out next. Some characters just get booted early every season. Axel is clearly trying to control her anger, but she's clearly not doing a great job at it. I think she's going to screw something up for the team. I think she's out. Next, I think, is another rat-faced team member getting lost. I think it is Z. Z's he's I'd say the weakest member of his team at this point. Even probably was weaker than Axel. But yeah, he just he's not a very helpful player. He's got this soda company thing going on, but that just seems like a bit that they're doing before he gets voted out. I don't see him making it far, which is too bad. He's one of the funniest characters. He's my second favorite from the cast at the moment. My ranking's been kind of all over the place, but I think right now he's second. But yeah, I don't see him making it much farther than 13th. So yeah. Then in 12th place, I think a pretty safe prediction would be Caleb. I think they're clearly trying to resolve something with him and Emma, and I think they will pretty decently quick, but I do see them doing a bit with that plotline before they vote him out. I'm hoping it's not more of the same and that we get something new out of it. I'm hoping Emma finally is I'm done with you, and seeks her own independence from Chase, and yeah. So I think he's out here, and yeah, cool. Next, our final boot before the merge. I'm kinda, and I hate to say it, 'cause I think a lot of people want him to win. I'm kinda thinking Damien. They haven't set up much for him to win. They're clearly setting up some characters to make it far. Michelle is making it far. Caleb is making it far. We know this is very clear. but they've not set anything up for Damien. And that could change. That could very much change. But literally, this episode, all they establish is that he is still a scaredy cat, which is not what people thought going in. They thought he would train. They thought he'd be a better competitor, but that is clearly not the case. I think he's our final player out. I think maybe they'll do something with him and Priya. It really felt like they were trying to set that up last season, but I don't know. So I think he is getting out 11th. I don't think he's making it farther than that. That could change. He's my favorite character of the cast, so I really want him to make it to the final 2. But right now I'm not seeing it. So anyway, let's move all the characters into merge, because we are now to the merge. And then every season there's going to have to be a double elimination because of the episode count. This is assuming that 9th and 10th will be the double elimination again. And I'm going with kind of a curveball here. I think Julia and MK are going to be out now. I don't think that's one that a lot of people are expecting. I think a lot of people are thinking Millie and Priya, maybe Caleb and Emma, maybe the Hockey Bros again. But I think they're going to do something different. I think that they're going to have MK and Julia get together this season, either just as a friendship, but I think they're setting up something romantic, but I don't know. It might just be like fan shipping, because they are instantly starting to get shipped after episode 1. But I feel like they are setting up something for them to get together, if not as like lovers, then at least as friends. And I think by the time that merge comes, people are going to finally see them as a threat. I think Julia's going to do a good job at laying low. MK seems like she's planning to wreak all havoc. And then I think they're getting out now. Now I think a lot of people think MK is going to be the villain, but I'm actually leaning towards Scary Girl right now as being the villain. And I know it's kind of a bizarre one, but I think she's going to be kind of messing up challenges for people, just kind of trying to screw everyone out of the million so that she can come back and win it herself. I don't think she'll be competing in the game, but that's my prediction right now. It's kind of a stupid one, but I think it'd be fun. They've never done something like that before. MK would be something they've done many times, a really good strategist, so I'm hoping they do something else. Next, I think the elimination is going to be Millie. I don't see Millie making it very far again. She didn't read Priya's book or whatever on how to get good at the challenges and whatever. They're setting up something with that. But I think she's going to make it far again. But yeah, I think 8th is a good spot for her. Next, I think our next person out is going to probably be, this is kind of a curveball again, I think Raj is going to get out. I think right now the biggest alliance now is Bowie, Wayne, and Raj, and I think other people obviously see that as a threat. I see Bowie winning most of the challenges. Wayne and Raj aren't that good at the game, but they are stronger as an alliance, so I think they're going to all agree to vote Raj out, and obviously they outnumber 3 votes that these guys have if all 4 of them vote together, and none of them have anything against each other, so I don't see why they wouldn't vote together. So I think they're going to get Raj out, and I think that this is going to ultimately make Bowie and Wayne a lot weaker as opponents, which I think is good for them. Next, I think they're going to get Emma out. I don't know what they're setting up, but I feel like they're setting up something of her finding her independence from Chase or whatever. I think now that he's out, she's made it far, and she's done well, but I don't think she's going to be a finalist. Next, I think, is going to be Bowie. And I'm leaning towards Bowie getting out first, mostly because I think it's going to be more of a motivation for Wayne, because I foresee Wayne making it pretty far. But yeah, I think this is ultimately where he gets out, and then right after I'm going to go with Priya. She obviously isn't going to make finale again, that'd be boring, and she'd probably win also, realistically, because the final one is all dependent on a challenge. So yeah, I think she gets out 4th. Usually they vote the villain out right before the finale, but if my prediction is right about Scary Girl, I don't think that's going to be the case. And then next, I think 3rd is going to be Caleb. I think he's going to get out. Mostly because I actually don't know, to be honest. I just see these guys as a better finale. But yeah, I think he's going to get out, and then I ultimately think Wayne is going to win it for Raj and for Bowie. I think this makes the most sense. Bowie got kind of robbed out of the money last time, or not really robbed, but he lost, so obviously he probably wants the money as well, and is pretty upset about that. Raj is also it'd be nice to win it for him. I think he's got a lot to compete for at this point, and so I think he's a good pick for our first. This is kind of changing. I made a predictions video that I fully scripted out, and I changed it quite a bit. Originally, a lot of stuff was moved around. Emma and Bowie were swapped. Then Priya was going going to be 5th. Everyone was moved down 1, and I had Caleb getting 4th, and instead I had Damien getting 3rd, which was just kind of wishful thinking. I've changed some stuff around. I'm constantly thinking of new stuff. So we'll see how right this is. This is my prediction right now. But obviously the season's going to prove me wrong or right. I could be wrong by the time this video comes out, and it could, instead of being Ripper getting out, could literally be Wayne who gets out, and then I'm just instantly wrong. But we'll see. I made a predictions last time, but I totally lost it. I posted it somewhere in a Discord server, so if I can find it, maybe I'll show what I thought it was going to be versus what it actually was. But yeah, this is currently my predictions. I think this season's going to be alright. I don't have the highest hopes. I think episode 1 was pretty fun. The challenge was alright. It was a little bit like trying to be trendy, I felt like, but it was pretty good. So yeah, that's my predictions right now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm excited to see what they do with the season. So yeah, cool. Bye.